You're listening to the WWNO Classical Network. Hi, this is Paul Mawson. We're going to take just a couple of minutes, and we do this each week. Check in with Dave Walker, find out what's going on in the museum scene. Dave is host of the Museumgoer.com. Dave, welcome back.
Thanks, Paul.
All right, how's this week lining up?
Tonight, the National World War II Museum will be hosting a screening of the first episode of the new History Channel documentary series, World War II with Tom Hanks, scheduled for the museum's largest event space. The screening sold out in hours after just a couple of social media posts. It's no wonder, given the combined forces of the star narrator, the network, the attached scholars, including historian John Meacham, one of the series' executive producers, and the subject matter. No worries if you weren't able to reserve for tonight. The series debuts at 7 p.m. Monday, Memorial Day, with its first 3 episodes airing back to back. Expect the World War II history lovers in your life to take supreme command of the clicker. It speaks to the depth of this ambitious project to note that those viewers will not reach Pearl Harbor on opening night. America's entry into the war doesn't come until episode 4. Advanced publicity for the series notes that it aspires to re-examine the war through the lens of a new century. I've seen the first 10 episodes, thanks to advanced screeners from the History Channel, and so we'll have to wait until sometime this summer to see the rest, which will feel like waiting into the next new century. Of what I've watched so far, the series episodes about the Eastern Front, Operation Barbarossa, Germany's invasion of Russia, and a full episode, number 10, dedicated to the battle for Stalingrad, are the most revelatory. The war in the East isn't taught as thoroughly, even at the National World War II Museum, which is dedicated to the American experience in the war, as what we know about what happened in Europe and the Pacific. I'm giving this so much airtime today because the series is greatly elevated by many of the scholars the World War II Museum employs in its Jenny Craig Institute for the Study of War and Democracy, or features as regular speakers at its International Conference on World War II and other public programs and travel tours. Senior historian Rob Citino, a specialist in the study of Germany's prosecution of the war, is prominent in every episode I've seen so far and gets the first clip in the introduction that plays at the start of each episode. He's listed as series consultant. In the eyes of a certain kind of avid history buff, he will soon become Elvis.
Well, it sounds like two thumbs up from Dave Walker on this one. But but this series, well, they got some heavy hitters on this topic. Tom Hanks, of course, and John Meacham, History Channel, which has really built its brand on a lot of World War II documentaries. And there's just a lot of interest in the drama of the war itself as well.
Absolutely. There are viewers who consume this series like New Orleans consumes king cakes, in season, of course. My daughter posted about the series on social media a couple of weeks ago, and one of her followers commented, "They're calling it Dad Rapture." In public programming, Alec, our mentor, will lead a gallery talk in the exhibit Robert Gordy outside the mainstream at 12:30 today at the New Orleans Museum of Art. More at noma.org. Back at the National World War II Museum, there will be a Memorial Day commemoration at 11 a.m. Monday. The free presentation will take place in person and online. More at nationalww2museum.org. And at 11 a.m. Sunday, Longview House and Gardens curators will lead a tour of the exhibit Pattern and Place Historic Wall Coverings of Longview. More at longview.com. And let tonight's screening be a cautionary example. Museum programs often have limited capacity. Follow the URLs mentioned for availability and reserve now if you intend to attend.
Well, it's somewhat a reaffirmation of human nature that the museum events are filling up. So I think that's a good thing. So yes,
Absolutely.
but do check ahead. And if you want to hear more or check out more about anything we've talked about here, check out Dave's website at themuseumgoer.com. Also, a video of our conversation is there as well. Dave, thanks so much, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you. See you then.